Hey y'all, I'm Chris and this is It Worth It, y'all? And today we're gonna do something fun. I picked up at a Costco this little teeny tiny 20-pound baby. So these are 2 pork butts and they're heavy, hold on. And we're gonna do them 2 ways. We're gonna roast one so we can use it for food now. And the second one we're gonna actually can. So I'm gonna take you through both of those processes. We're gonna get the one in the oven and then we're gonna can the other one. So stick around, here we go. So we are going to, I've got this in my clean sink. I'm gonna open this up and get one pork butt up. Oh my. And they are, I bought this, I paid the extra 20 cents a pound and they took the bone out. So this does not have a bone. I'm just rinsing it off real quick. So I don't know if you've ever seen, so this is how they do it. They just take the bone out. I don't know if you can see that or not. Can you? Yeah, you can. There it is. So they take the bone out and process it that way. The other one I'm gonna leave right there until we're ready to mess with it, because we're gonna do the least messy part first, which is cutting this thing up and getting them in the jars. Now, canning meat like this, quite simple. I'm gonna hone my knife because this needs it. And we're gonna cut these up into 1 inch, 1.5 inch cubes and get them in the jars. And I've got 7 jars because that's what'll fit in my canner. And what I like to do, especially with these fatty parts, is we're gonna try to divide these up evenly so the fat flavor gets in all the jars. So we're just gonna take our time and throw meat in jars. So I'll speed you up so you don't gotta watch this all the way.
A few tips I have for you is make sure that your meat is cold. This had thawed out all the way and it's pretty difficult to cut if it's not a little bit colder than this. Not frozen, just colder. Also, you'll notice too that I ran out of meat before I filled the 7 jars. So I would say approximately 12 to 14 pounds of the 20 pounds went into these jars.
All right, as you can see, I went ahead and started pulling meat off of the other roast just so we could fill these jars. Now what's cool about this is you can at this point add whatever spices that you want. What we're going to do is we are going to leave these plain because we're more of an ingredient canners than we are meal canners. So what we want to do is make sure that we have this pork available that we can put whatever kind of barbecue sauce with it. We could not do any barbecue sauce, put it like maybe do a Louis packet or something. Instead of doing Italian beef, we do Italian pork. And this pork will be cooked and ready to go. If we wanted to make pork tacos out of it, we could do that too. We are not putting any liquid in there because, like other raw pack method, it will create its own juices. So we don't need to add any liquid. Now, these are quart-sized jars. So they are, and I'm putting the bands on finger tight. It may look like I'm cranking them on there, but I'm not. It's just putting that extra little twist on there. I'm gonna fill up the canner with water and we'll install the jars. Okay, I have a Presto canner. My Presto canner requires 1 inch of water in here. Let me get you closer so you can see. So see, I've got 1 inch of water. In the bottom, you'll see the rack to keep the jars off the bottom of the can or the pot because you do not want them rattling on the bottom. The jars will definitely break. So this canner holds 7 quarts and I have 7 quarts of meat. That's what it should look like when it's loaded. We are going to install the lid. And these are pretty easy to operate. Make sure that the gasket is in there. And then we put them on here. And we'll do about a half turn. Come on, there we go. All right, that is on there. We're turning the fire up all the way high. We're gonna let this vent for 10 minutes. This guy will pop up, we'll put the jiggler on, we'll come to pressure and can for 90 minutes. All right, now we're gonna do the dirty part. We are going to prep this for the oven. And that's gonna be fun. So we're gonna need several ingredients, but we are gonna start with our normal mustard, and I gotta go get some more mustard, so hang on guys. Okay, I got some more mustard. I'm gonna do this side first because that's the side, we always wanna put the fat cap on top so all those lovely, wonderful juices will, no fart jokes, y'all. All the fat juices will run through the meat. Okay, now let me go get, because I should have gotten that before I put all this on my hand. Dang it. Okay, backdraft it is. We are gonna use the Code 3 backdraft because we usually put Code 3 on pork. Oh, darn. All that flavor. So much love. Okay. Now I'm gonna flip off screen. Well, let me see if I can get it over here. I'm trying to keep one hand decent. Okay, here we go. There. All right. Let me make sure you can see that. Are we in screen? Oh, yeah. Cool. I don't think there's anything left in here, but we'll try. Oh, a little bit. Calling that one done. Okay. Where's that flap? There it is. I wanted to put this, all the spices and stuff that I have. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna take that off. And that way I can switch it up. I'll just dump the rest of this on there. Oops. We'll just coat that like this. Call it good. All right. Now this is gonna go in the oven. Usually we do this on the smoker and whatnot, but I don't wanna drag all that stuff out because we actually got somewhere to go tonight. So I'm just gonna do this in the oven at 225 until the internal temperature on this is 205 degrees. So we'll probably see in about 8 hours. So see in about 8 hours. Well, I'll see you before that because we gotta pull these jars out. But this is gonna take about 8 hours. Hey y'all, it's Chris from the future. I realized we ran out of time and it was like 10 o'clock at night when this pork butt got done and I wasn't doing anything. So I literally put it in the refrigerator, covered it, let it cool down all the way, and then came back and sliced it. And we ended up eating pork one night, so that was one meal. And then we ended up with 3 of these freezer meals ready to roll. So this is just the cooked pork butt. It is fantastic. If you've seen it, go look at the apple butter barbecue recipe. We use the apple, you saw how we did this, but then we actually just dipped the pork butt in the apple butter barbecue sauce. To die for. It was so good. So the apple butter is great on pork. So, sorry about that. I forgot to film it, but here it is. It's in the freezer in our out of air bags. And there's a link down below for a code if you want some out of air bags. They're the best. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until we see you on the next video, bye y'all.